Hey guys, Pete here. Welcome back to the channel. This is where we talk about everything money, finances, and where we give you information to empower you to make the best financial decisions possible. I'm out and about. I'm actually at the supercharger not far from my house, and I'm just spending a little bit of time out in the open. It's the only time I get once a day, really, to be honest, and I normally do it in the car. But in today's video, I want to share with you one simple step to being financially savvy. Before we get started though, I've got my usual request, and that request is to smash the like button because it will help me with the YouTube algorithm, to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I upload videos just like this. Let's get going with being financially savvy. So what does it actually mean to be financially savvy? Financially savvy doesn't mean having a nice car, having a big house, having money in the bank. Although I would argue that you need to be financially savvy to have a load of money in the bank. But that isn't always necessarily true in every single case. But financially savvy basically means having control over your finances, or having to accomplish a certain set of goals or activities, so financial goals or activities within a period of time. So I'm a financial coach, and I work with people on a one-to-one basis, coaching them on achieving life goals and financial goals. And one of the common themes that I come across is when I really sit down with a client and get to know what it is that they want to achieve, what their ambitions, what their goals are, there is often a common thread of people being stuck in a vicious cycle. And that vicious cycle is one that we will all be able to relate to. The vicious cycle of being stuck in a job or a career that we don't necessarily want to be in, going to a job where we hate our boss, or we don't particularly enjoy the company of the people that we work with. And the reality is that we cannot get out of that vicious cycle because we have to pay the bills, we have to send the kids to school, we've got kids to feed, so on and so forth. And when I talk about being financially savvy, I often try to anchor people in their circumstance of what they're experiencing right there and then. I often ask this question, and this for me is the one big tip that will help you be financially savvy. If you're in a position where you are in that vicious cycle, going to a 9-to-5, in a career that you don't necessarily enjoy, I want you to think about what it takes for you on a daily basis when you wake up in the morning to go to work, come back drained, knowing that you don't enjoy it. And the reality is you earn money from this. And the question that I ask my clients is this: if you are doing something that you don't necessarily enjoy, and the only thing stopping you from getting out of this vicious cycle is money, because that is often the reason why people can't leave, because they feel they don't have enough money behind them to be able to take that big leap of faith and pursue whatever it is that they want to do, or go and walk out of the office because they've had enough and take some time out to reflect and recharge their batteries. So if that is the case, you're earning money from your occupation that you hate right now, why not be intentional around what you earn and how you use your money to ensure that you can break free of that cycle? What do I mean by that? It's simply having a mindset of change, a mindset that is intentional around the money that you earn and how you're going to use this money. Now, obviously, we all have bills to pay. We have priorities, we have financial obligations. What I'm talking about here is having the mindset that means that you, within the things that you control, put in place a structure that allows you to intentionally point your money towards your goal of breaking free of this cycle. And this is the one big tip that I have for everybody, which I believe is the key to being financially savvy. It is a change of mindset, fundamentally. Being intentional with the money that you earn on a day-to-day basis and pointing it to where you need it to go in order for you to achieve your goal. And that could be breaking out of your cycle. That could be purchasing your first home. That could be paying off your credit card. That could be just building an emergency fund so you've got a cushion so that in times like this where we have a breakout, you're not worried about being made redundant or being off long-term ill. It's all those kind of things that are important, and mindset is key to that entire structure. So how can you be more financially savvy? Be intentional with your money. Now, how can you be intentional with your money? Let's run through 2 practical tips. First and foremost, you need to understand what you have coming in and what you have going out of your account. We call this budgeting. I hate that word because it almost sounds restricting and it often has a negative connotation. I like to call it having a spending plan. Understanding where you're going to spend your money, where you're going to send it to help you achieve your goal. Tip number 2 is, once you've had your budget and you've identified that I've got X amount going towards my essential bills, I have X amount going towards things that I want to do, and those could include going on a holiday once or twice a year, spending time with family, socializing, going out for dinners, whatever it is that you want to do. Beyond that, you should have a bucket of money or a pot of money that is surplus to your requirements. We call this as disposable income pot. The second tip that I have for you is to automate what you're going to do with that pot of money. And it does not matter whether it's only £20, £50 or £100. Automating that into an investment or into a savings will start to get you in a position where you are achieving financial goals, you are achieving life goals. That, for me, is how you become more financially savvy. It's step by step. That is the first important step that you need to take. Mindset, thinking about the things that you can control, and really being intentional with your money. Budgeting and automating into an investment or a savings. So that is my one simple tip on how to be more financially savvy. And there's a couple of things in there that you can take away, that you can implement today. I would love to know what your thoughts are. Are you in a vicious cycle right now? Are you focusing on the things that you can control, or are you more worried about the things that you can't control? Believe me, focusing on the things that you can control means that you can identify things that you choose to take action upon. I'd love to know your thoughts. Again, if you've enjoyed this content, please don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're notified when videos like this come up. If you don't know how to budget, or you haven't actually got a budget, I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can download my free budget planner. It comes complete with an income estimates and ranges. So if you're on £30,000 per year, it automatically works out what your take home is, and you can use that as a basis to start. That will be linked below. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you later.